To do with the fact that the reason I keep falling asleep has nothing to do with the fact that I'm tired or anything really though. It's the fact that there's nowhere to freaking sit. Or like anything. Like I'm basically just chilling out here and then I get sleepy because there's nothing to do. And I have to lay down and that's connected to sleep. It basically just induces sleep. Like right now I'm I finally just started to lay down and turn my head sideways. It's I felt the thing of sleep come over me again. Cause I'm that's what you do. You lay down, you go to sleep. Alright, I guess we can get up. I have a feeling when I'm done with this tomorrow, I'm gonna have so much pain in my body. I think it is interesting though. There is definitely something to be said that I think I am having these slight variations of going crazy. Like the fact that I'm having a dream within a dream. I never have dreams within dreams because I've thought about that and I've always wanted to have them. So the fact that I'm having them is kind of interesting. That I basically have a dream and then within that dream I have another dream that I actually am getting out of this room. It's my mind trying to free itself. It's very interesting. Very odd. I remember within that dream, I was trying to figure out how to, when I finally came back in the room, figure out all the lighting. And there were 10 switches, one of which was or two of which were on the door itself. And I was flipping them all down and it wasn't making the room pitch black. And then I was playing with them and some had multiple variations of how far you could click them down. So some had to be clicked down further. And then I realized halfway through the door wasn't even closed, so that was part of the problem. And I also realized that some had to be flicked up, that they were actually getting brighter when you turned them down, and it was just it was weird. That is what I think that it is. I think the parts where I talk are very valuable and very insightful, and I like that part. It's all of the in between that. Because I guess I don't know. And I think that really is a flaw with this whole audio thing. Is that I feel that is how I'm supposed to do it. I think if I didn't do that, I would just be thinking in my head, maybe. I think originally I was thinking I'd be talking out loud. But now I feel there's a lot of pressure to perform now. I feel there's people watching me. And I'm also, I think, embarrassed to do things that I wouldn't typically be doing. I might be singing or something like that. And now it's I have an audience. So, eventually, hopefully I can get over all that nonsense and start having more fun in here. Making it less it's a control room where I'm being observed. And more of this is Alan just having fun in his imagination room. Because that's, I think, how it originally was envisioned. And I think it's changed because I'm being recorded. It's more like a job interview or a government agency watching me kind of thing. That's what I think. I wonder what time it is. If I were to guess, I would say it's yeah, but it's sleeping, so it's hard to say, but let's just pull out a number. I know, well, unfortunately, I know it's not on top of the hour because I heard the clock downstairs go off, and it was very short. So if I were to pick a time, we'll say it's I think it was only the 15-minute one, unfortunately. So we'll say it was 12:15. I don't know what we all think. Yeah, what we all think, indeed. Alright, which would be good, because that would imply that all of the chimes after now would only be the short ones. If it's 11:15, then fuck me. It's gonna be a long day if that's the case. I'm trying to think. How far do I have to make it? I mean, I've made it, 5 hours? Assuming, theoretically, 7 to 12 is 5 hours. You go to sleep at, 10, I guess? So I go to sleep at 10 or 11 tonight. We'll say 10. And then I probably wake up at 5 or 6. I'll probably wake up throughout the night because it's uncomfortable in here. But we'll just say that I wake up at 6. So, let me think about it. So, if I went to bed at 10, it's, 12 now, that means I have 10 more hours left. And 5 of which are gone. So that would imply that I am, 1/3 done. Okay? I slept through 2 to 3 of those hours, so that would be an unfair estimate, kind of. But, whatever. So we'll say I'm 1/3 done. I may still have an hour once I woke up, because I probably woke up at 6, not 7. Assuming I went to bed at 10. So, yeah. And I've still got my meals to eat, so that makes it an extra an hour being eaten up. So we'll call that hour legit, or gone, moot, whatever you want to call it. So, we'll say at this point that I'm about 1/3 done. Theoretically. I still technically very much so have 1/4 of the day, which is hopefully going to be consumed by sleep. The problem is, of course, that if you sit down all day, like I've been doing, or lay down, I should say, then you take all these naps throughout the day, and then once 10 o'clock comes, I'm probably not going to be tired. And that itself is what might make me go crazy, is the fact that you're not supposed to sleep all day long. You're not supposed to take naps throughout the day. You're supposed to do something. Also, I'm not wearing a shirt anymore. Oh, that's right, because I was overheating. I was like, why am I not wearing a shirt? Alright, I'm going to stand up. There we go, there are my legs. Whoa, that feels weird. Alright, I've got legs. That's cool. What was that? Oh, that's right. Sarah was telling me about that. She said there's some sort of phenomenon, like if you lose an arm or a leg or something like that, your body still thinks you have it. I didn't think about that till just now, but in the movie Source Code, he didn't have any of his limbs, really. And, my shirt smells like B.O. Probably because I was in B.O. in it. But basically, in that movie, in Source Code, wait, hold on, I just want to see if my shirt's inside out or backwards. I feel, because that's one of the few things I can do in here, is feel. I should have some sort of a design on the front of my shirt. I'm not feeling anything, so I'm going to turn around and see if I can feel anything this side. Since I've got nothing but time in here. Well, now it just feels wrong, like it's backwards, so I'm imagining this is right. However, I don't feel anything on the front of either side. I don't think it's inside out. No, I now feel something on my back. I felt something on my back all the time, the exact same spot. Huh. Interesting. Well, the point is that Sarah was talking about... I don't know why she brought it up. I think she forgot why she brought it up, too. So I don't think we ever got down to that point. But the point is that, if you're in some sort of an accident, you eventually... not you eventually, but you, initially feel like you still have a hand, like your mind doesn't really comprehend it. As she called it some phrase. Like if I were to lose my arm, or my legs, or something like that. Maybe less so with the legs, because you use the legs as stand. But maybe in bed you would feel it. In bed you would basically feel like you still have hands. You wiggle her legs, so you wiggle your toes and bend your legs. Or use your hand if you've lost a hand. But that was kind of like in Source Code. He was basically in his mind and he imagined his whole body. So that was interesting. But I didn't really think about that till now. Alright, I'm trying to think of what I have for snacks. But I guess I could have my part of my lunch. So here is my water. I'm gonna have a sip of water first. Yep, still water, that's good. No one is contaminating my food. It's very workout tasting water because it's in a workout bottle. And I knew it was gonna taste like that. I think it's actually I don't think I refilled that today. So it actually it feels or it tastes even worse probably because it's been sitting in my been sitting in that bottle all day long. What also is unfortunate... Oh wait, no, it's okay. I was gonna say, what's unfortunate is that I have a banana in here, so it's made my entire lunch smell like banana. And that, after I throw away my banana peel, then the whole room's gonna smell like banana the rest of the day. But I just realized that I can eat my banana and put it back in this container, and it'll be okay. So I'm actually going to take out my lunch, so that when I'm done eating my banana, I can put it back in this thing and close it. So right now we're going to eat a banana. So I guess I didn't really think about the fact that I wish I had shoes. Because for times like now, because I want to be standing, but I know it's going to hurt my feet because the way my feet are. So that was a bad plan on my part. That it was. Basically, my options today are to sit or to lay down. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to choose to lay down because it's uncomfortable to sit in this room. And unfortunately, I can't stand for very long with these, without feet, without shoes. Huh. Well, the banana's very good. So I'm happy to have that. Oh man. I should have given myself a soda. Dr. Pepper would be delicious. Give me some sugar. Keep me awake. Where's my container? There it is. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm just not filling my water. Let's make sure it's closed. Alright, cool. I think it's closed, and so now it won't be a problem. Alright, now here's the other dilemma, is that I'm going to eat a Cliff Bar now, which came with my lunch. Did I ever talk about what's in every food thing? I'm pretty sure I did, actually. But I'm going to eat a Cliff Bar now. The problem is I have no idea what a Cliff Bar looks like. I shouldn't say I have no idea, but I very much so could be wrong. I'm imagining it to be like some sort of a chocolate bar of some sort. The problem is this one's peanut butter. So how do you put peanut butter? This is not the one that said like chocolate chip peanut butter. It just said peanut butter. So I guess we're gonna find out. Blind taste test. Huh. It's chewy. I don't know how to describe that. It was kind of like a granola bar, but without granola. Like chewy like a granola bar, but not granola-y. That's kind of what it tastes like, though. It tastes like the peanut butter Quaker Oat bar, which is my favorite. Really good. These are good indeed. It's so weird to be in here. I realized that's what's also weird about this room. Is that I was telling people, well, it's okay, it's different. Because I'm not in here. Like, I'm in here of my own free will. And yet, I think it gets to the point where now I'm like, part of me actually, yes, very much so wants to get out of this room. Like, okay, we've experimented with it, we're bored with it. I want to go now and just like have a normal day. And yet, myself, I have set up a 24-hour clock that needs to be followed. And I'm basically telling myself, no, you can't get out. I'm like basically having an internal struggle where half of me wants to get out and have my day. And it does not help that I can see this light border that goes around the room. So it's like a big taunting. It's a taunting escape where I can clearly see it. It's not like I don't know. And I think that's something else I don't like about having this whole light thing is that I very much so have an orientation about the room always because there's a huge... It's not obvious. I mean, it is obvious if you're in the room. But it's not like this room's completely lit up. It's not at all. This room's completely like pitch black. But the thing is, you can see these little light cracks that outline the door. So it's like it's glowing. It's like a goal, something to go towards. When they talk about like going towards the light. And so it's like half of me wants to get out and have my day. And the other half is like, sit down, shut up, you're staying here, kind of like a prisoner. So it's weird in that sense. That I basically made myself a prisoner. So, you know. It is weird, maybe, I don't know. But it's weird that while I'm in here, my eyes are very much so open. Because theoretically, I could just close them. But it's very unnatural to do that. Like, to close your eyes even though you're awake. And talking, it's a very weird feeling. You feel like something's off. Clearly, it's because your eyes are closed. But for some reason, it's less weird or natural to have your eyes open in pitch black. So, I don't know what's up with that. I mean, the cats haven't bothered me too much. They should be able to hear me. I don't see why they wouldn't be able to. Maybe it's like I always told Christy. If you ignore them, they will go away. We never really got to experiment with it too much. We always gave in. Because she couldn't sleep. What am I thinking about? I was thinking about with my cats in cars. Like when they don't... Like clearly I think they realize that I don't just go on the other side of the door when I leave for the house to go to work and stuff. I think it's because though they can see me... I'd say part of it is because they can see me go to my car because I have a huge window that takes me to work, and so I think and I don't know that they necessarily watched me go to my car. Well, I'm sure they have at some point, but more importantly, like they'll sit at that window all day, and then they see me come home, and they see me come out of the car and start to walk back, and then from there they always know that okay, well in about 30 seconds he's going to come to the front door, and so yeah. Because I'll see them in the window just sitting there. Not like trying to move or anything. And then I'll go get my mail, which is now inside the building, out of eyesight of them. And then by the time I open the front door, they're both just standing there. So it's like they know that routine. But at the same time, I don't think that they think I'm on the other side of that door all day long. So
But it could be similar in the fact that they can't hear me. Or maybe they used to, or maybe they still do. They scratch on the other side of the door, but the thing is I don't wait on the other side of the door, so I wouldn't know. And then they never get a response, so they get bored and leave. It's hard to say. Hard to say indeed. Alright, what is the last thing in my lunch? It's a sandwich. I really hope it's around lunchtime. Alright, here is a sandwich. I'm gonna sit down for this. I don't think this would be as ideal. Alright, so here's a pillow and here's a pillow. Put this one down here. This one there. Why is it knocked down? What else could I have knocked down? What else is in here? Huh. Oh, it must be some shower thing. That's my guess, I suppose. Okay. Here is the sandwich. It's a ham sandwich. Which is also what I have for dinner. But I have two for dinner. Well, one and a half, because one's on a little pretzel bread. They don't have very much ham in it, because I ran out of ham. I used all the ham. That is all. I think what I would be fascinated to listen to, while I'm going to enjoy hearing these talks where I'm just talking to myself, or to you or whatever, part of me is going to be fascinated to listen to the times where I'm just so sleeping, especially during those short ones like I just had, because I feel like those are the ones where I might randomly say something because I'm not fully asleep. I think I talked about it. Either I had a dream about it. See, that's the problem. I'm starting to forget which is reality and which is a dream. But where my mom said something to me in my head, and so I said "what" out loud, and obviously she's not here. So I think things like that I'm interested to hear myself talk about. Sandwich tastes a little like banana bread. Because it's been sitting with bananas. I'm kind of saving my water because I don't think water and bread go very well together. But I didn't want to pour milk hours early. I wish there was a way to know who's listening to this. I mean, besides the fact that there's a YouTube counter, but to know specifically who's listening to it. So if you're listening to this right now, just tell me. Send me a text or IM or call me or something. Just tell me that you're listening to it because I'm very curious to know. You'll be doing me a huge favor. I'm giving you 24 hours of brilliance, so if you could just send me a note, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Alright. The sandwich is consumed. Where is my water? There it is. I remember reading online that they said that, because I think I originally kind of partially thought that this would be a very, like a meditative process, and while I think it's a self-reflective process because I am talking to myself, and I'm able to like get a lot off my chest and stuff like that. Excuse me. I would suggest that it is, see, the fact that I'm saying things like excuse me implies that I imagine that there is an audience here. But irrelevant to that. They basically say, from what I read, that it's not a meditative process because you're basically confining, rather than expanding your mind and letting it have freedom to think and do all that like one would if they meditated in nature. Like if I were out and about and I looked around me and it was nothing but wilderness, that is a meditative state because you're one with nature. But to shut yourself off and put yourself in a box like this, that it basically confines your mind rather than expands it, and by cutting yourself off with nature, it basically like severs part of that creative process that makes it harder for you to have that meditative thinking part. I kind of questioned that a little bit. Like, it made sense, but I questioned it a little bit, but I think I'm starting to agree with it because, like, as much as I want to be creative, I feel like it's not happening. Part of that, I would say, is because the lights are off. I mean, if I were to feel like I had to get out of here, I think that'd be the first step I would do, is I would turn the lights off and see if I could handle it that way. Because I feel like I totally could. Like, I could talk to myself in the mirror, and I feel like then I would become my own audience. I would maybe forget that I'm being recorded. I would become my own audience. There'd be two of me, and I would talk to myself, and because I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to you. And that's weird. But I could definitely see that. Like if I was out and about with nature, that was where kind of the creativity and feeling one with just life could come. But there's no reason I can't feel that in here. Maybe if I close my eyes. I'll start to try to close my eyes for a bit. Oh, I'm feeling a beat already. Just kidding. It really is a big flaw that I agreed to have this recorded. It's not that I have agreed to have it recorded, it's that I have agreed to upload it. It's basically dictated there is an audience, even if the audience is not actually there. If no one's going to listen to this, then it's myself being stupid. But maybe today it'll help me get over my fears of be brave and stuff. Because I'm not doing a lot of things, I feel like, because I'm worried that people are listening. I'm not singing, I'm not just going crazy. But if it was just for me, I totally would. If I was just doing this just for me. Which is ironic, because I make music and I post it online all the time. But the thing is, though, that is music that I have decided works. And that I have found formulas that work. And it sounds good. I don't send every single possible iteration that I've made, because there's a lot of failures that come along the way. It's very interesting. All this is very interesting to me. So the trick comes, do I try to convince myself that I'm talking to myself and make it okay and forget that you exist? Or do I try to get brave? I wonder what the rest of the world's doing right now. It's like theoretically around 3:30 in Texas. No, they're only an hour, 2-hour difference, I think. Yeah, because Ryan gets off at 3 when I'm at work. So it's like 2:30 there now. So they're probably all just chilling out at their place with the baby, 4 grandparents. I think it's such a fascinating part of life. The fact that you can create life and it's kind of like a combination of the two people. I think that's the part that I'm most fascinated about having kids, is that I think it'd be really cool to merge your DNA with somebody else's and create somebody else. Oh no, it's an hour clock. I have to make sure I make lots of sounds so I don't hear what time it is. Oh golly, no, I don't want to know, I don't want to know. I know it's a short one. So, it's not 12 o'clock. It's definitely 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. We're going to assume it's 1 o'clock. Oh man, I hate that I know that. Like, it's exciting. Because now I know I've been in here for 6 hours, I would think. I'm assuming it's 1 o'clock, so we're going to say I've been here for 6 hours. That is 1/4 done with the day. Yep, 6, 12, 18, 24. I'm 1/4 done. The other 4th I am sleeping, so I'm halfway done. Halfway. Well, you say halfway, but you're still only 1/4 done, because you still gotta go sleep later. So, really, you're a 4th done. Fun. Oh, golly. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Well, yeah, I'm one. Oh, it's because you don't sleep for 1/4 of it. You sleep for 1/3 of it. 8, 16, 24. Yeah. So you sleep for 1/3 of it. Okay. So there's only, 9 hours left of being awake. Okay. Sorry, just crunching some numbers here. But yeah, I find that very fascinating. That is, I think, the number one thing that draws me to wanting to have kids. And that's probably part of the problem, is why I feel like I don't want kids. I feel like I'm drawn to the science of it. I want to see myself in somebody else, like a child or whatever, but at the same time I don't necessarily feel like I want kids right now. And maybe if I was with the right person, then I would feel like, of course I want to have kids with them. But right now I don't feel that way. I feel like kids are expensive. I don't have a lot of money. Why do I want kids? Ha! Very selfish. But having kids is a very selfless process. Basically deciding that you're going to give up about 20 years of your life to help them. Which is very honorable. I haven't mentioned that I love my parents. I think they're amazing. I think they did a very good job with us. Despite the fact that one of them was crazy and like sitting in a dark room for a day. So, I'm thinking, mostly because I don't like feeling gross, and I feel a little bit gross right now. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is move my blankets and pillows and stuff away from the shower and take a shower. Because I feel like the fact that I'm not taking a shower is kind of gross. And I also enjoy the idea, the possibility, whatever, of exploring the shower in the darkness. I feel like that could be fun. So that is what I think I think that's pretty much what I've decided I'm doing. So I'm just moving all this stuff right now. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. There is nothing I'm forgetting. That's all the stuff. I've got a towel in here. It's not my towel, but whatever. I'll do laundry later. Where's the tissue box? I'll move that away so it doesn't get wet. There's the water. And then I need to find the bottle. There's that. Face. That is my shampoo. Where's my other bottle? There's my face soap. Okay. I'm going to need all three of those. They're wet. That's exciting. Well. Okay, that we can ignore. I'm actually going to put that down here. When I think about it, I don't want it to fall out. But this thing is up. No, move that. Okay. Oh, I forget. Are you supposed to put one of these in, one of them out? Yes, this one should be out of the shower. One should be in the shower. Okay, that's still there. Cool. So the very important thing, most important thing, above all else, is to make sure that this shower head is not going to shoot out of the shower. Alright, so I'm going to take a shower. Bear with me.
whoa, whoa. Oh man, can't turn the fan on. That was a mistake.
Vanessa, come from doing this one. I feel like I have a lot.
Mm-hmm.